Administering fire certificate on premises. In administering a fire certificate on your premises, one has to know the content and obligations under the fire certificate, other requirements imposed, where the fire certificate must be kept, when certificate can be revoked or renewed. This is very important. Most of the time, people don't know that the fire certificate has a particular place to be positioned in your premises. They also do not know that the fire certificate must be renewed. They also don't know that at a point where your actions and inaction does not conform with the requirements of a fire certificate, your certificate can be revoked by the chief fire officer. So this is the import of this discussion today. So, content of a fire certificate. First of all, the fire certificate will contain the following information or specify the following: the particular use or uses of the premises covered by the fire certificate, the means of escape in case of fire, the means of securing that the means of escape can safely and effectively be used at all material times. This will cover such matter when appropriate as measures to restrict the spread of fire, smoke, and fumes, emergency lighting and direction signs, adequacy of fire hydrants or other sources of water supply for the premises, the type, number, and location of detection and warning systems, the type, number, and location of firefighting equipment for use by persons in the building. The certificate is attached with review comments and fire plan showing any of the above stated. In addition, logbook for entries, schedule, and information sheets accompany the fire certificate. Now, the obligations under the fire certificate. Matters specified in a fire certificate must be kept in accordance with that specification, and other requirements of a fire certificate must always be observed. The logbook entries, for example, the occupier of the premises covered by a fire certificate will take the sole responsibility in the event of contravention of the requirements of the fire certificate. Now, there are other requirements fire certificates impose. The fire certificate may also be used to impose requirements relating to the maintenance of means of escape and keeping them free from obstruction, the maintenance of fire detection and alarm systems and firefighting equipment, the training of members of the staff or occupiers, and the keeping of appropriate records. So all this must be taken into consideration. The requirements may relate either to the premises as a whole or to one or more parts of the premises. Revocation of a fire certificate. You must also know that the fire certificate, like I explained earlier, at a point can be revoked by the chief officer. If the fire precaution measures cease to conform to the requirement for which the fire certificate was issued for. If the owner or occupier fails to comply with the notice of inadequacy of fire safety measures within the time specified in the notice. If the owner or occupier fails to obtain approval for structural change or structural changes, building, either external or internal or both of a building, from the chief fire officer, the fire certificate issued will be withdrawn. Where the fire certificate must be kept, very important. Most of us, when we take the fire certificate, when it is issued, we prefer to keep it in our homes. No, a fire certificate has a place, a particular place to be kept. The fire certificate must be kept in the premises to which it relates and conspicuously displayed by the occupant. A fire certificate must be made available for inspection at any time. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have learned something, especially on how to acquire a fire certificate and other matters surrounding the acquisition of a fire certificate. Please share. Thank you.